Hi, amazing people. You're welcome to another amazing episode of You Are Powerful podcast. I am your hostess, the Royal Goddess, Queen Tomka. And on today's episode, we are going to talk about taking a step. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You need to have faith and take a step towards what you're asking for. Nothing goes for nothing. Nothing is for free in life. If you want something, you're going to have to show that you want that thing, and that will require you acting with faith. That will require you taking a step towards your goal. We have goals and dreams and wishes and aspirations, but we don't really do things about them. I think that the reason is how we have been brainwashed and programmed to think that there's a God outside of us. Hence why we want to do things, but we stop and wait, expecting some miracle, some God, some spiritual thing to help us do what we were supposed to do. Isn't it funny that we know what we're supposed to do, but we assume that there is a God outside of us? It's funny because it's like somebody slapping you straight to your face and looking at you like, because why would you want to do something and think that somebody else would just come and help you do that thing? Nobody knows what you want. Nobody knows why you want it. Nobody understands the depth of how much that thing would mean to you. But you're still expecting someone to come help you. I feel like we are just a bunch of kids. We are grown-ups, but we are also kids because we don't take responsibility for our actions. We don't take accountability. And to be an adult, I think the first thing that makes you an adult is taking charge and being responsible. Being accountable is one of the first things that make you an adult. So you're going to have to start being accountable for yourself, and to be accountable would require you knowing that what you want, you're deserving. Because when you know that you're deserving of what you want, then you know that you can now begin taking steps to help you be who you need to be. You are powerful, so powerful that when you take a step towards your goal, the universe opens up so many channels for you, so many avenues. And what happens is the moment you take a step, it's like you just gave the universe the go ahead to give you what you want. So when you take one step, the universe immediately takes another step. And then you know the next thing to do because you would literally see it aligning. You would see it the moment you start to take a step. So it was never, ever an external force per se. It was always you. You are the universe. You, universe. Me, universe. Your world is your world. So you are supposed to take control of your world and do anything that you want to do. So that makes me feel that if you're not taking a step towards something that you want, it's because you don't want it so bad. That's why they say, how bad do you want it? Because if you really want something that bad, do what it takes. Oh, I love this song. Whatever it takes. That's a rock song from a rock band, Imagine Dragons. You are powerful. I want you to know that everything that is happening because you allowed it. So if right now you're feeling like you deserve better, you're feeling like maybe you feel like you're not good enough for something. Maybe you feel like even if you worked so hard because of your circumstances, because of your environment, because of your situation, it might not happen for you. You are powerful enough to change your thoughts and think about the possibilities that it could happen for you. It all starts with a shift. A shift is a decision. To quantum shift or quantum leap or jump is deciding. The first key to anything is decision. Decision making is a skill, but I think it's also a gift because some people are really fast with it, while some people take years to decide on anything, regardless of how important that thing is. You are powerful, okay? You're so powerful that when you take a step, everything begins to work in collaboration for you. Let's stay connected so that we can always talk to ourselves, be there for ourselves, and share the resources or tools as to how we got out of certain problems. I think this is why community is important, because we are all the same. And even though we are not together physically, we are all experiencing life the same way. You eat like I eat. You poop like I poop, right? You sleep like I do. We're all doing the same thing. We are doing it at different times because we are different in regards to everything. We are different, but you and I know that we come from the same source. You came out of a woman's womb like I did. So there is nothing that makes me more special than you. If there is anything, it will be because I decided to be. So you can decide right now that you are the most important thing in your life, and you take a step towards what should make you feel better. It's always about the feeling. Always about the feeling. And that's what hurts the most, because I know that I have been living in a world that has always been about thinking. It's always about think. Let's feel. We live in a world where men are told to not feel. They should just think and take action. But we all have masculine and feminine energies. Masculine energy is the doing energy. Feminine energy is the receiving, the being energy. But that does not mean that you have to be a man to feel, or you have to be a woman to feel. No, we all have it. We have two sides to our brain, the logical brain and the intuition brain. So it's our own choice to work hand in hand with ourselves. If you're thinking right now, you don't know what's next, you're not sure what to do, your only job is to make sure that you take care of yourself. I think that's all we came here to do, self-care. Because when you take care of yourself, you feel better. When you feel better, you do more things that will make you feel better. When you do more things that will make you feel better, you go out and do more things that make you feel better. And then you've created a pattern of doing things that make you feel good. Imagine what a world would look like if every one of us did what was best for ourselves. Just think about that. You are powerful. I don't want you to ever think that no matter what happens, something might not work out for you, regardless of how it looks. I've always been a very positive thinker, and I've always been somebody that would raise everybody's vibration, even when I'm not aware. And I've had so many people drain me of my energy, both consciously and subconsciously, because I was not paying attention to my gifts. And the calling called me, and I picked, because wow, what a turnaround when I discovered that my attention was everything, that my attention, where I was giving my attention, was everything. That was an awakening, a very, very important moment for me. And it's not just one moment, it's happened like a series of moments where I've recognized I'm just giving my energy away to this, and I don't even care about that. And the ability to recognize, and then the courage to redirect yourself and do something, take just one step closer to what I want for myself, has been a life-changing occurrence in my life, because now I'm creating the pattern where I'm making sure that I'm staying in touch with my true self. I'm staying connected. I'm getting better at what I'm doing. I'm now speaking when I've been speaking since forever, but now I'm now speaking intentionally in public when I would, that is scary, but most likely like I'll be so shy. But now, because I've been doing it for a minute, I'm getting better at it. Nobody starts from the top. We all start from somewhere. So if you're in a loop right now, or you're thinking that you're not making any change or nothing is happening, many things are happening that you're not aware of right now. So you should try to work on your mentality and not always think that because you're not seeing results or you're not seeing what's happening, that nothing is happening. Things are happening, whether you are awake, whether you are asleep, whether you are aware or unconscious. Life goes on. The world is moving. We are moving in the world as it's moving. We are changing with it. We are evolving as the world is revolving. You can do and be whatever you want to do and be. You would have to remember that letting go of so many things is that important, because to bring in new things, you would have to create space for whatever you're trying to bring into your life. And what does it mean to create space? It means to clean. You clean and let go of the things that you no longer want, so that you can create space for what you want to attract, right? It's mind-blowing when we discover how our brains are just a huge, gigantic projector that projects every little pain, every little thought, every little feeling, every little reality, every little thing that we see, hear, feel, smell. Our brain just projects it to make it think that is one huge thing. But when you slow down and stay connected, everything looks like a joke. Like everything literally just passes by. And you're there and you're in the moment and you're feeling good. When you get this, everything aligns. And I know that you're capable. I know because I did it. I know you can too. Stay connected with yourself, and this will help you keep track of all the things that you wanted to do for yourself. This is why it's advisable to create time, like take 3 months, 6 months, a year off, go off, leave everybody you know, just go and focus on yourself. You will be a changed person because you will see it for what it is. Know how closer something, an item is to your eyes, it's blurry and you can't really see clearly. But when you take a step back from that item, you see it better, right? That's how life is. You're going to have to take a step back from everything, disconnect from all this noise. It's all just a huge, exaggerated distraction. It's irrelevant. What could be more important than making yourself happy? Who could be more important than making yourself happy? Nobody's more important than your peace of mind. No one, not your mother, not your sister, not your best friend, not your lover. No one is more important than your peace of mind. That comes first. And we are here to not only heal, but then create new patterns. We are here to make change because we know that we matter. This is a call to action for you to take a step. Taking a step means that you know that you deserve it. Take a step towards a podcast. Take a step towards music. Take a step towards that exercise. Take a step towards a new lifestyle, a new eating habit. Take a step and make that phone call. Call that person today. Take a step and forgive yourselves for all the times where you neglected yourself, all the times where you were not there for yourselves, all the times where people treated you terribly and you did not even recognize and you were still there giving your all. Forgive yourself. You have to take a step, because when you take one step, the universe takes hundreds of trillions of steps for you, because the universe says, I'm at your service. How can I help you? Every day you wake, the universe is like, I'm at your service. How can I help you? And you're like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? The news is doing this. The news is doing. Take a step back. Relax. Okay? Take a step back, relax, then make a decision, then move. Redirection is always better than speed. Does not matter how long it takes, the time is irrelevant. All that matters is what you do right now. What are you going to do after listening to this episode? Are you going to take a step? Are you going to make a list of the things that you said you were going to do and start by doing just one? Are you going to take a step 1% better every day? Even though I like to say 3% because I think I can do better than that. I want you to not only believe in yourself, but trust yourself, because for you to take a step will require you trusting that whatever you're doing will work in your favor. And it sure will, because the universe is always here conspiring everything for you, conspiring the whole. See, as I said, your mind plays tricks on you. You might take steps towards the things you want, and because you have a certain expectation of the results of how it should be like, you are stuck in a loop of what you're expecting. So it's almost like you created a box in your head, and it's quite difficult to get out of that box. That's a very common place to be in. And I'm saying that because not only have I been there quite a number of times, I have had conversations with people that it's almost as though they don't even see that the box is there. And I know that there are people out here right now that are looking for solutions to getting out of their head. I know, because if you search Google how to anything, many of the questions that people are asking on Google that have to do with mental issues or emotional or physical health issues usually stem from some sort of disconnection from who they are, because those questions usually will be answered by them. Because who knows you better than you? Your therapist doesn't know you better than you. You should be your therapist. You're going to have to start learning to unlearn all the things that you were taught about you, about life, about anything. Life changes every moment. Do you know that life is just an accumulation of a second? This is why they say life is now, because life is happening right now. This very moment is what would accumulate over time to make a minute. And the minute would accumulate over time to make an hour. And the hour would accumulate and make days, weeks, years, decades, centuries. This is it. Right now is the moment. Are you listening? We are powerful. Right now, we can decide, because whatever you decide right now would have a result that would be the compound result of the decision you made now. And that would be the best decision you could make now. If you think about it, it means that you can intentionally decide to be the best and the most favorite version of yourself right now, and then start taking a step towards it. And in a year, 2, 3 years, you are unrecognizable. I know that I can do it, and I will do this so that you can trust in yourself and do it too. This episode was to motivate you, inspire you, give you that ginger, that spark that you need to get yourself in order, and just one small step, just take one small step towards that thing and leave the rest. This is a perfect scenario of do your best and leave the rest. Just do the thing you want to do now, let the rest go. If you're thinking about speaking to somebody and you're very concerned and you're not sure how to, just do what you think is best for you now and let the rest go. This is the way I think that we can get out of our heads. I don't think that all this therapy, I know it really helps. I know, because I'm a counselor, but because we're living in an ever-changing world, we need to start thinking of solutions that are individual solutions that we can do ourselves, because we're not always around people. Even though we are surrounded by people, you could be surrounded by people and still feel alone because you're not trusting and you're not sure how to express yourself, or they might not accept you. So many reasons. So wouldn't it be best if we started thinking of ways to help ourselves? I think this is why there's a huge market for self-help products. Because now we're beginning to see that we can take charge and help ourselves. So I want to encourage you to let go of any idea or belief that you had before you listened to this episode about your goals. I want you to understand that your goals are just a magnified lens of the feeling that you want to feel right now. So if you can tap into the feeling that you want to feel right now and take one step just from that feeling, have won. And then you do it again and again and again. Life is a joke, as I say. You are powerful, so powerful. We're coming to another close of today's amazing episode of You Are Powerful podcast. I am your hostess, the Royal Goddess, Queen Tamka, and I'm signing out now. Have a powerful and fulfilling day. You can find me on social media if you would like to connect with me. I am at Queen Tamka on Instagram and at the THE Queen Tamka on TikTok, and as Queen Tamka on YouTube and every other platform. Alright? Find me, let's connect with each other and empower and inspire ourselves to be the very best version of ourselves. See you next time.